Boy, oh boy, do I have a story to tell you today. It's a story about two people, a love story, one filled with greed, deception, and death. So stay tuned because today's episode is a great big old warning about who you choose to love. The story took place a long time ago between two individuals who fell in love with each other and eventually married. Then one day after they had been married for some time, they encountered an individual that basically changed their lives. Someone that caused them to want to live better and do better. They were so impressed with how this person had changed them that they wanted to support what he was doing. So they made a commitment to support him financially. It was an easy choice for the couple. Not only because this individual had been so good to them, but also because they saw how other supporters of his mission were highly esteemed for supporting his cause. So the two gladly committed to giving a financial donation. But when they got home, they began to feel a little different and decided that their funds would best be spent on them and not on the mission. So they decided to lie about the amount of funds they had access to, which would allow them to keep a good amount of money for themselves and still receive the esteem and the honor that the other financial donors would receive. But I gotta tell you that their plan backfired, and it backfired so bad that both of them wound up dead. Because the individual they committed to supporting, he wasn't a fool. He knew they were being dishonest, and quite frankly, he didn't take kindly to lies. You might be wondering, what kind of story is this? Well, it's a story of Ananias and Sapphira found in Acts chapter 9, in which this married couple made a commitment to God, and then because of selfishness and greed, decided to lie about the commitment they had made, and as a result, God punished them by ending their lives. Now, the obvious lesson is that deception never pays, but there's also an important relationship lesson that we can learn from this as well. And that is, be careful who you love. Now, I'm not in any way suggesting that we shouldn't love people, because the truth is we should love everybody. But when it comes to the type of love that causes us to want to align our lives with other people in a relationship like marriage, we have to be very, very careful. Because with marriage comes influence. Now, just think about this for a second. It's highly, highly unlikely that both Ananias and Sapphira came up with an idea to lie to God and the people both at the same time. It's more likely that one of them came up with the idea and suggested it to the other, and then the other one agreed to follow the plan, a plan which eventually led to both of their deaths. So what I'm suggesting to you is that when you make the decision to align yourself with someone, whether it be in a friendship, a partnership, or a marriage, you have to be certain that the one you are aligned with will lead you in the right direction. Healthy relationships are balanced, meaning that both individuals have the power of influence on each other. So that means that you should have a positive influence on the other person, just as they should have a positive influence on you. Now, many years ago, a pastor shared this illustration with me that I want to share with you now. He said, if someone was standing on a desk and another person was standing on the ground next to them, would it be easier for the person on the desk to pull the person up? Or would it be easier for the person on the ground to pull the person on the desk down? Think about it. Because it's much easier for the person on the ground to pull the other person down. And that's exactly how life tends to occur. So the next time you contemplate getting into a relationship with someone, take into consideration the things we just discussed. And if by chance you're already in a covenant relationship with someone who has a tendency to bring you down instead of leading you upwards to Christ, don't be discouraged. If you seek God, He can give you the supernatural power that will enable you to resist the influences that are designed to pull you down, as well as help you lead your spouse up. Trust Him. He can do it. Well, guys, as always, I hope that you remember and know that you are extraordinary through Christ. And if you like what you saw, I want you to leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought about it. Give me your thoughts. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next week.